Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning, or if you're watching this afterwards, I hope you're having just a wonderful day in general. So I have a small confession to make, and I was talking to Catherine about this and my wife about this, Lauren, and it's just funny and ironic. But there's one reason why I absolutely love productivity and why I really focused on being massively productive in my day. And probably the number one reason is because I'm lazy. I just don't want to do all the stuff that needs to get done. And I know you're sitting there going like, yes, but we have to do it. But I was having a talk with my buddy Frank, and he was the same way. And I feel like it happens when you're trying to outsmart yourself. Thank you for the likes. Oh, by the way, we already have 11 people on watching. Drop in the comments where you're watching, like where you're at. So currently right now, I'm in New Jersey. Let me just pan around. I'm in my beautiful office that's taken some time. I can't believe you're lazy. Yeah, just let me know where you're calling from. So I'm in my office, which is in New Jersey. I have this nice big couch that I can lay out on when I'm feeling extra lazy, or when I am meditating. Actually, I come in here and I meditate in the morning. And let me show you this view. Can I bust this camera around? Oh, perfect. So this is the view out my office. It kind of distracts me a little bit. Hey, Selena from New York City. Lil, Gina, I know where you're from, Plymouth. Where are you guys from? Because right now, yes. Selena, you would have seen this if you came to my house party. But this is my office. I just need to hang some stuff up on the wall. I have a couple ideas of some prints that I want to do. By the way, if you know anybody who is an artist, have them reach out to me, because I'm looking for a natural water cycle print to hang on my big blue wall over here. Next time, Selena. It's actually better in the summer when we can actually be outside and enjoy the water. You couldn't work in a place like this, Georgina. Yes, you could. I beg to differ. So going back to, so if you're just joining us, drop where you're watching from. We have people all over the world, Texas, New York, Plymouth. But right now, what I want to get to is how laziness made me more productive. So when I first started, and even today, I'm just a little bit lazy in what I want to accomplish and how hard I really want to work at the things that I want to achieve in my life. And as the business is growing, thank you for the loves, thank you for the hearts. As the business is growing, there's more and more on the to-do list, more and more responsibility, more and more that only one person could really handle at my position or Catherine's position, or whatever business that I'm working on. That, we could only provide the answers. We could only give the appropriate input to get the output needed. So something like taxes and meetings and talks with mentors and advisory roles and like everything like that, that can only be done by us. It can't be outsourced by the team. And as we're growing in the business, that to-do list, Cody, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. Love you too. The list keeps growing and growing because we have so much on our plate and so many more things to handle and so many balls in the air that we're trying to juggle. But when I first started, I was extremely lazy. I didn't want to do that. And I realized that, wow, I have this laundry list of things that I need to get done. If I were to do just like one thing today and remove the rest, what would be the biggest thing? And slowly but surely, I would just do one thing a day on that laundry list. And it would be the one thing that only I could do, that I couldn't outsource to anybody else. One, I couldn't outsource anyway because we didn't have the team to outsource to. But I said to myself, all right, I really, if I only have a limited amount of time to get things done, and I really don't want to spend all my day doing all these tasks, if I were to just do one thing today, what's the biggest thing that I can get done? And starting with that framework in mind and starting out really pretty much being lazy at doing everything on the list, I would just do one thing a day and just knock that thing off. And then the next day I would show up and be like, yeah, really don't feel like doing all of this work. What's the biggest thing that I can get done today if I just, took a half hour or 1 hour to do it? And then I would just knock that thing off. And slowly over time, a lot of things got completed, but I was focused on the biggest task. I wasn't taking the easy road when it came to the things on the list that I could tackle. I conquered the biggest task first. So in one sense, I was extremely lazy because I didn't want to do all the work, but in one sense, I was extremely diligent because I chose the hardest task on the list. And when I first started, but here's the thing, when I first started, I wouldn't focus on the biggest levers. It took me a while to realize, hey, shift your attention to not this easy stuff over here, shift your attention to the big stuff that really matters. So when hold on, someone's saying here. Yep, Dan, you're absolutely right. Your dad is 100% right in tackling the biggest task first. So when I first started, I would tweak my website. So I was working on marketing consultancies. And what I ended up doing was providing marketing services to business owners. And I thought that as long as I had the best website, the slickest site, I would get clients and they would trust me. And which is somewhat true, but in reality, it's not. Because if I'm selling digital marketing, say I'm selling a website or a social media package or a paid advertising package or some SEO work, I would expect those business owners to look at my site and critique it based on what I'm presenting to them. In reality, that's wrong. Because what I would do is spend day in and day out tweaking the site, making it a little bit better, making this transition. Okay, let me add some more sales copy to this page. Let me put in a case study here. What does this opt-in form look like? And I would literally just spend hours tweaking this site. And in reality, I wasn't bringing anybody to the site that mattered. In reality, I wasn't going out to the clients that I needed to get, essentially, in order to pay the bills so I could then pay for the site in order to get the clients. And I was spent months and months and months stuck in this wheel of like, oh, well, I'm doing a lot of things, but I'm not really getting any headway. And it wasn't until I shifted the focus out of like, okay, this task that I'm working on or these tasks, they're not the big levers that I'm trying to pull. So therefore I was busy, I just wasn't productive. And when I changed focus to getting clients rather than tweaking a website, I ended up getting clients without even having a website altogether. Because the website that I had, I said, you know what, I'm closing this business down. It's called Black Lab Media Group. I ended up closing it down and I just went out as AKB Enterprise me. And I just started selling myself. And before I started sending people to websites, I would just pick up the phone and call them. Hey, I know I'm checking out your site right now. I know it's probably not up to your standards. I'd love to sit down and have a chat with you to see what I can do to possibly help you. They never asked me for my website. They never asked me for an email. We just scheduled a time, and then I would drive to their office, sit down with them, and just ask them about their problems. And I would sell $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 websites, boom, boom, without even having a site. It's all about focusing on the things that are important. Picking up the phone and getting in touch with the client is way more important than making tweaks to a website. So I'm just going to jump in. Thank you, Georgina. I'm going to jump in and just check on this. Lil, that's a perfect question for you to ask yourself. So at night, Lil does what she does right before bed. She says, what's the most important task that I can work on tomorrow? And then she writes that down, and then when she wakes up in the morning, she makes sure that, hey, this is the biggest thing that I need to get done today before the day gets ahead of me. Selena, you are a perfect example of this. I actually know your story, and you didn't update your site for 5.5 years and was still able to attract clients. It's amazing. Nathan, top 3 priorities in the day, getting them down. Perfect. Thanks, guys, for the comments. So being lazy also freed me up to do a bunch of things. And it's actually how we were able to grow Best Self so quickly. Because I took that practice of being lazy and saying, okay, if I'm only going to do one thing today, you know what? I really don't feel like working really that hard. But if I'm going to work, let it be 110%. Let me go all in on it. And let it be the biggest thing that I can get accomplished today. And that's when Best Self pretty much hockey sticked and grew to the level that it did. Because I would remove the distractions. I would take that to-do list of everything that needed to get done and tick everything off and just say, all right, what's the one thing that I could do today? And then what I did is just really laser focused on that. And then that evolves. And once you start doing that over and over and over again, you realize, okay, well, now I still have all this stuff that still needs to get done, but I'm making so much progress and headway. Now I can hire somebody to handle like all this little stuff that I don't want to do. And I can still just focus on the big chunks because you're making that progress. And that is the key right there, is to really be laser focused on the big levers that you can do personally and then offload everything else once you get to the point of being able to offload it. So being able to bring in a customer service person so you're no longer answering emails at 2 a.m. in the morning. Catherine actually kicked me off of answering emails a very long time ago because of my Jersey attitude coming across through the emails to customer service. But we needed a customer service person so Catherine could free up some bandwidth, hence Monica and Nicole and the rest of the team there. But yeah, it's getting... So what I want you to do is really figure out on your list of things to do today, or tomorrow or the next day or moving forward, if you said to yourself, I don't want to do any of this stuff. If I could only do just one thing today and work 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and really capitalize on that time that I put in, like really be laser focused on that stuff that energy that I'm putting into it, what would be the biggest thing? And maybe it's not even anything on that list. Maybe you just cross out that whole list and say, I've just been focusing on crap that doesn't matter. And this is really the thing that I need to do over here. And do that a week in a row. Do that 2 weeks in a row. Do that a month in a row. And all of a sudden you'll start making progress. And then you'll get to the point where it's, hey, now I can hire somebody else, hire a team to bring in underneath me or around me or support me so I can continue just doing the big chunks of action. And then that's when real progress happens, when you have a team to support you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It is true, I am pretty lazy. I don't really want to work that hard, but if I am going to work, I'm going to give it 110%, and it's going to be on the big levers that I can pull. And it's the truth. It's because why not, right? But thank you for joining me. Selena, Cody, Matthew, Georgina. Oh, Harley jumped on. What's up, man? Thank you for the video for my birthday. Appreciate that. Ala, Claire, thank you guys. Thank you. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate it. Thanks, Selena. Everybody, enjoy your day. Take big action. And then guess what? Because you took big action, take the rest of the day off. Go be lazy. I actually have to get back to work, though. Bye.